Alright guys, what is up? Welcome to Green Oasis, and today episode it's about my update of my two lovely tang mini nano terrarium or paludarium that I've done previously. And if you're not check out my previous videos, you can see how I actually did it. So the first thing is this Swamp Pea Light-ish tank, which I'm pretty proud of. I think I did it about 2.5-3 weeks ago, and you can see that it's growing like crazy. Especially the pennyworth. Pennyworth is one of the easiest plants you can actually get. I just got it in the wild. I didn't really have to get from nursery. They grow like weed. In fact, there's a name for this. They call it a dollar weed. I think that's the reason why, because they grow so easy, especially in this setup. Meshy, watery. They love water, so a lot of water. They will grow extremely well. Good nutrients. And so you can see that even this one that I have previously, and I think I showed you before when I was building it, when I first bought it, it's actually very, very small, very low. Then I have to do trimming. I have to trim it back because it's growing so tall. And in fact, it's just covering the back of these plants here. So I had to do a trimming. I did some trimming previously, how I actually do maintenance in some of these tanks. Actually, it's a very low maintenance tank. The only thing you need to do is trimming, and maybe top up the water that's been evaporated, and also the hair grass. Well, this is not really hair grass. I call it hair grass, but actually this is the. I have no idea what is this, guys. So if you know, please let me know in the comments. But I just got it in the wabi kuza form, and then I just put it there, take it out, and then put it in the gravel, and so far it's doing very good. It's been growing like crazy. I have to trim it back too. So yeah, so just to give it perspective in the scale, how large can this be if you don't trim it? And wouldn't it be nice? So I trim it to keep it neat and nice. And the water I just top up once in a while. I didn't really, just when it evaporates, so I'll just top it up. And I also put a mosquito dunk in there, so just to prevent any mosquitoes, because this is a non-filtration tank, so you need some, because you need some just to prevent any mosquito breathing. So far so good. I've not seen any mosquitoes, and that means it's working, so pretty good. And another one that I just figured out that I saw is actually this mimosa. I think this is a mimosa. Because it's closing up once I touched it. Yeah, so I'm just gonna leave it there. I think it's just hijacked from this wabi kuza. When I first bought it, I didn't know it was there, but sometimes you don't know what you get when you buy a set of plants, or you bring some plants back. And I even have snails in there, which is, I'm gonna leave it there. I think the snail will just clean up whatever left, any decaying plants and decaying matters. That's the joy of actually in this kind of setup, is because it's eco-friendly, and at the same time it is it's part of the ecosystem. So I'm just gonna leave it there, and I'm sure there's microorganism living there, because I can see some little bit of microorganism. So yeah, just gonna leave it there, and it's gonna see another month or so and see how well it grows. So the only maintenance I did was actually trimming, which is you actually can do, or get rid of those dead leaves, which I have a few dead leaves, brown leaves that's turning brown and dead. So I just cut it off, and new growth will be growing much stronger. And what I do for fertilizers is I have this DOOA. This is for wabi kuza, for moss, and it's moss friendly. So I just spray it once in a while on the leaves, and it's very minty smell, so actually it's pretty good. This is not sponsored, by the way. I wish it's sponsored maybe one day, and yeah, it'd be great. And I can reach that kind of level if I can get sponsorship, like I'm doing some sort of a commercial. But anyway, yeah, so this is doing really well, really great. I use it for this tank, which I'm going to tell you a little bit later. And let's talk about this one here. This is the one that I actually do it for my isopod. Yeah, if you have not checked it out, you can see there are a few isopod in there. I think there's some are dead, which is expected. Panda isopod, so I might put some in there. I think there's some springtail in there. I think they're still alive. So yeah, so isopod, they like to dig underneath, burrow up very deep under the gravel. So I do not know whether they are around, but I hope they're breathing, they're doing well. When I first put my, actually, okay, just gonna show you a little bit later on. So basically, you can see it's doing okay. Some plants are growing. I have my micropelia is also doing well here. So this is a closed terrarium, which isopod love the humidity. The humidity must be really high. They like that, and the plants also liking the humidity. And I have some Photonia, which any of these terrarium that you have, you should add some contrast, like maybe you can put in colorful plants such as Photonia, which is one of the easiest you can actually get. It's growing now, so I assume that this tank is doing good, and I have some hitchhiking plants along the way here and there. I'm just gonna leave it as it is because yeah, I like as naturalistic as possible. And unfortunately, some of the moths are not doing well, it's dying off. But I can see some greenery coming off once it have enough moisture. And yeah, so far it's doing okay. So far I'm liking it. For now, I'm probably adding more springtail just to control the mold issue in case it's getting out of hand. But so far, I think this is doing okay. This has been with me. This is my first one that I did before this tank. This is about a month and a half, almost 2 months. And yeah, then after that, I end up doing this one. So yeah, this is actually a much smaller tank. You can do something like this too, but if you want to do a terrarium, I advise you that you get something that's enclosed. Maybe once a week, you might want to let the air out a little bit to get the moisture. If too much moisture build up, it's not good for the plants either. So you want a little bit of airflow. Maybe once a week, you just let the moisture escape from here. And so the only way to know whether you have enough moisture in your terrarium is you can see whether there's any liquid forming on the side or on the top. Then you will know whether you have enough moisture. If it's too dry, or whether if it's too plain, when there's no water droplet surrounding the tank, then you know that you need to add in a little moisture. Maybe spray the distilled water, RO water. Then you know that you have enough moisture. Not too much, maybe just on the side, just to keep the humidity high. And same thing, I'm also using this moss fertilizers, and also for the plants. They seems to like it, so it's not a problem here. Yeah, so yeah, that's my updates for this 2 terrarium, which I'm very happy with it. I'm gonna leave it there for a while, and then if there's any more update, I will let you know. And any question that you guys want to ask and you want to know about these 2, please you feel free to write in the comment below. I'll be happy and try my best to answer as fast as possible. Alright, thank you for watching, and if you're not subscribed, I'll be happy if you can subscribe. If not, you can actually check out my previous video on how I did this 2 tank. Very excited for my next project coming up. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next videos, and don't forget, enjoy nature. Peace!